Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Civilization VI, our American campaign under the watchful guiding hand of President Theodore Roosevelt. Good old Teddy Roosevelt there. And since we're on his screen, it's that time again to learn just a little bit about President Roosevelt. And what today we're going to do is just a quick talk about the square deal. It's mentioned actually in that speech by Sean Bean, and I quote, use your military might to give the peoples of your homeland the square deal they so desperately deserve. And what was a square deal? Well, it wasn't some sort of funny, interesting sale by Square Enix or anything like that. In fact, the reason why it also sounds familiar is because it's basically one of the first packages that a president had towards his constituents, which would be basically followed through with the New Deal put forth by FDR and the lesser-known Fair Deal put forth by Harry Truman, which actually ended up turning into the Great Society. So what the square deal was basically, it was Teddy Roosevelt doing fairly progressive things for the time, trying to square things up between labor and business. He wanted to make sure that a lot of the things that unions at the time were asking for would get enacted. And he also wanted to at the same time, be a little bit fair towards some of the businesses, try to curtail some of the most excesses. But largely, it was a way to get things squared away, a square deal. And his quote is, "When I say that I am for the square deal, I mean not merely that I stand for fair play under the present rules of the game, but I stand for having those rules changed so as to work for a more substantial equality of opportunity and of reward for equally good service." Basically, not only fixing the rules now, but make sure that the playing field was fair and equal for everybody going from there forward. Largely, he did things like abolishing slavery and servitude in the Philippines that America had just gained, making sure that the day's labor on irrigation was 8 hours, doing certain things like inspections of boilers, protection for people working on boats, inspection of boats, of steam vessels, and prohibiting peonage, which essentially was kind of basically making your workers peons, a little more than indentured servants. Inspections and trying to create federal employment services and that sort of thing. In fact, he created the Bureau of Immigration, Naturalization, Department of Commerce, and Labor at that point in 1907. Not just with labor he worked on, but also the Pure Food and Drug Act was passed during this time, which was brought about by some of the issues that Upton Sinclair wrote about in The Jungle. He brought about the first workers' compensation for federal employees, things like laying down what certain things could be put in food. Let's see. At this time, a lot of people actually lump his conservation, the national parks and the like, into this square deal. And it did a few public projects, such as the New Lands Reclamation Act, and also squaring away some pensions for veterans that had been kind of flowing around, but especially for, say, like Civil War and the Spanish-American War. Excuse me. And that's basically largely what, that kind of thing. It was trying to keep businesses regulated lightly. I mean, these aren't the kind of regulations that people were thinking were wholly crushing or anything nowadays, but at least the beginning of those. This is also the time where we'd start doing trust busting, keeping monopolies down, that kind of thing. So that's what the square deal that Teddy Roosevelt was looking. He wanted to make sure that everything was fair for both sides, especially for the workers. All right, now speaking of fair for both sides, if you remember our last episode, we had just eliminated Peter, while trading off Peter for two more civilizations. We found Congo, and who's a little unfriendly toward us right now. But that's okay. We'll see what we can do here. And we found Scythia. Now, not sure where they are. Basically what happened was he had either scouts or emissaries, some sort of something like that, came up and ran against us. It's probably why they're probably in this area, because we ran into both of them as we were kind of pounding around Russia. Let's take a quick check on the scores because of this. Now, we're leading in science. Here, got 25 techs researched, which is the most out of anybody, looks like. And we're at 56.5 science. We're leading there where? Looks like Congo is leading the culture victory with a bunch of tourism. We're leading domination because, of course, we've now taken out 2 capitals. Although Congo, we're going to have to watch out for because they have, as you can see, a military strength of 518. And Scythia is not too far behind, 377. Ours is 112 because we did lose quite a few people taking St. Petersburg. Half these guys are all wounded. I mean, right now we're in a position where we really need to start rebuilding our army. We're making quite a bit of money because of units dying off. So that we can do it. We just gotta basically put most of these lands now into remaking people. Religious victory, it looks like one of the 2 that are still unknown are leading in religious still. But as far as score goes, we're doing best. We've got a 257 to Congo's 209. Congo is in second place. We're just close to turn 200, so we're 2/5 of the way through the game. Here in 1180. No tourists. We conquered 2 capitals to 0 for the rest. And there are 3, looks like 3 religions, 2 of which are the unknowns. And the Buddhist player is actually leading. Scythians have apparently converted to Buddhism, and one of the other 2 is, yeah. Alright, so that sets our stage. Mostly we've now got to take care of quite a bit of things. We've got to, we did go a little... That's odd. Here, give me a quick second. Sorry, things were cutting in and out all of a sudden. Anyway, we are going to need to rebuild our military. We're about to take quite a bit of money hit because I believe we're going to take St. Petersburg. We might as well. It's the biggest city now at 10. We did burn a few things, so we'll see about that. Novgorod is now actually growing because they're not counted as occupied. Of course, we made Russia actually give it to us by... ceding it to us by just not existing anymore. And I believe... Now we have espionage. That's cool. I believe we count as the suzerain of Amsterdam now. So we'll probably get that 6th one going. Let's see. Hong Kong wants Great Admiral. They want cartography. Medieval fairs. And Great Writer. What have we got? Great Works. We did. We got the amphitheater out of St. Petersburg.
For a friend with an understanding heart is worth no less than a book.
All right. And we've actually taken over the Odyssey. I believe the Iliad as well. We could probably put it in Portland. Yeah, we'll put it in St. Petersburg. Keep it there. It gives us culture and a little bit of tourism. So actually, let's put it in Portland, into Washington. We did actually lose...
For a friend with an understanding heart is worth it.
Yeah. Because it looks like we only got to keep one of those great works that we got from Russia. Alright, so let's keep the city. Yes. Now we do need to have a scout going because we did lose our scout in the last war. We lost both scouts. And we need to figure out what's going on over here. Because as I said, it's probably where Congo is. Alright, now our gold, we're getting 74.2 from cities. We're losing 49 from units and cities, so we're going to actually crank that up a bit. We did get some money from Congo, so that's where we're getting 5 of that from. Because we did trade them some of our stuff, and vice versa. Let's see, they're unfriendly to us. I wonder... They're at war with somebody, so they might actually be close to conquering them. Okay, so they're not... That makes sense. Congo is not ready to accept your friendship. Let our relationship ripen first. Now, of course, there's one person out there that we could always wonder if it exists. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Alright, just looking here. Yeah. Groovy. There could be a Gandhi out there. We need to watch out for that, because there are 2 we haven't met, and one of them could be Gandhi, so we might get nuked, just for fun. Because that's what apparently what Gandhi does now. There's a good chance he gets severely warlike again. Anywho, let's get this going. We need somewhere to build a scout, so we'll build it in Boston. Washington needs to build something. We could build a library or a pagoda, but we need to get, as I said, our military going. We could go for a spy, but right now, let's just focus on our regular stuff. So we'll build on... Can I build a crossbowman? Build a knight. Okay, we'll build a knight in Washington. I'm sorry about the audio cutting out. I'm not sure what's going on. It could just be something... Well, obviously it's something. Wow, that was dumb. Alright, and we will rebuild a lot of things that we decided to burn. Meanwhile, everybody needs to heal. Everybody gets to heal. It's Oprah time for healing. Can I go anywhere? Apparently not. Alright. We have... Oh, that's right. We gained a builder from them. Let's see. So we could probably use that to get a lot of these things like the copper and the like. Okay, there. Wow, we lost quite a few. Okay, we also did gain this district at least, so St. Petersburg was quite a bit of a gain. Novgorod is building its walls and will grow an 8. Baltimore is fine. Philadelphia is fine. And St. Louis, there we are. I knew we had one more to go. Let's see. With them, let's build a knight as well. Alright. So that should just... And unit needs orders. What unit needs orders? Oh, apparently... Oh, Genghis Khan lost his buddies, so... right now, he's going to hang out with them. Alright. There we go. So that's everything. Oh! They're like, these swordsmen are late to the party. Oh, it looks like we lost, like, our Dandy... Did we lose the Dandy Warhols? Yes, we did. So we'll make them the Dandy Warhols later. I think, actually, they need... Oh. Somebody is due a promotion. So the Modest Mice actually are going to get a promotion. Let's go... Zone of control. Nah. We'll do plus 10 combat strength to defending against city attacks. The Modest Mice are now full, and I will probably end up upgrading them to a crossbowman once we get the cash. Okay. So these guys need to go there. I guess we'll do the wine. No, they've already done the wine. Alright. Meanwhile, our scout exists again. We found all that. We found that. They need to go this way. Yep. Okay. They're healing. And they don't worry, they're healing. Everybody's healing. Because they need to. Except for the crossbowmen and these swordsmen. So these swordsmen, I think I'm going to go out and go deal with... barbarians. Get them off our shores. Okay, I believe... Yeah, because Boston built that scout. They need to get something else going. So have them do the crossbowmen. Alright, these guys are just gonna chill out until that's built. Okay. Things are actually looking pretty snazzy for us now. Because we're already getting back to 115 from that, from some of that healing, and then we've got half of our people building new groups. We've got, looks like, one. Oh, actually, St. Petersburg needs to build something else. We'll fix their water mill. So we've got 3 units being built right now. We're going to largely focus on knights and crossbowmen, maybe some swordsmen. Hey, who's due a promotion? Oops. Oh, the knights are. Oh, nice. I will get them promoted as soon as this is done. So now we've got Amsterdam under our sway because they're right in the middle of us, and we've been throwing a bunch in. You really did that, didn't you?
If you owe the bank $100, that's your problem. If you owe the bank $100 million, that's the bank's problem.
Nice. Okay, so let's get that research going. So we've now unlocked a bank, which gives obviously gold, citizen slots, and great merchant points. And we can build the Great Zimbabwe Wonder. Let's see what we can do here. The game is still begging for cartography. We can do military engineering, which gives us armory and military engineer, of course. Which I think we're going to do that, because that's a prerequisite to get gunpowder. And then we can start upgrading our crossbowmen into boom booms, into musketeers. Musketmen. Yes, boom booms. Yes, I said that. I will own up to that. Now, who needs... I believe it's these guys. No? Someone was due a promotion. Why won't they promote? I wonder if it's because... Oh, it's saying that the knights are due a promotion. Ah, there we go. Now we can promote them. So we can give them charge, which gives them combat strength for fortified defender. Or shoot against the ranged attack. So that heals them. That's great. Yes, we know that Peter's been defeated. I don't really care about any of these wonders because one of them's ours. Yes, Stonehenge is ours. I don't think that Petersburg built any. I don't want to delete a unit. Alright, so we'll get that granary repaired. And these guys will finish off the barbarians, because slash. Okay, so the shins will heal up. The modest mice don't need to do anything, but just chill out. And those swordsmen will heal up. Let's see, we're now up to 150. Great. That's because a lot of these guys are healing, and we gave 2 of the promotions, which definitely ups their usefulness. Alright, those guys still heal, and they'll just chill out because I want them to. Yeah, not much. Definitely with as sort of single-minded as we got against Russia, we kinda... It's just definitely one of those maintenance kind of rounds. Oh, it looks like... No, that's still Hattusa. Now, what I could start doing is start actually just taking over some of these city-states, but that's... That's not a... we don't really need to. We did pop up in tourism because of the great work. Okay. So let's go to the next turn. Got the scout going down. They're gonna just chill out in the water, it looks like, because... Oh! There's... interesting. There's an area I hadn't even considered. That might be what's going on. Although that could just be a... There's a delta there that looks like it should just be... a... edge, but... Who knows? Who knows? The game might say different. Alright, so we'll... Okay, as I thought, there was already an improvement there. I think there's an improvement with that copper, but let me just do it to make sure, because these ones are definitely improved. The here, I believe, are being used. That wheat's already used, so it might actually end up being the stone. Excuse me. Might be the only thing we can really fix. Let's see, what else is... Yeah, we can build the Alhambra here. Let's see, that's not going good. I wonder if I need to fix that. That could be what we need to fix, is the burning winery here. Because it's not showing anything else burning. Although it'd be good if we put, you know what, we'll do Ancient Walls, and then maybe end up doing Alhambra. Because that gives amenities and great general points. Actually, those are just general points, so we don't really need that. So we'll just give them that. Okay. There should be healing, there's healing. Much of this should actually get fixed pretty soon. That's what this builder is probably going to end up doing, is fixing a lot of this. Like, let's look. Alright. Oh, probably also doesn't help that nobody's there, therefore... Okay, what can we do? There is quite a bit underutilized here. Okay, so if we go there, we still want that. Now that's moving to 7 turns till growth. We can keep doing that. No, but we want that. We want that. Thank you. Still 2 turns. Okay, we're probably going to leave it like that because we don't want to pull any off of some of the really big food producers, like this 5-1. Yeah. I mean, we could put some citizens into being, into this university here. But I think that's probably about where we're going to go. Yeah. Okay. What did that pull off? Didn't pull off much of anything. Okay. So we got it just about fixed now. In St. Petersburg. Let's go over to Novgorod. See if there's anything similar we can do. Just food. Just food, foodie food. Okay. So we can help jumpstart some of the Novgorodian economy. Alright, we'll keep the cotton there because that's giving money. We've got this and this, which maximizes that. It should do 10 turns for the Ancient Walls now. Okay. We've got production in Portland now. Now we're going to continue with what it's suggesting and do... We're going to build a catapult in Portland now, because that is spiffy. I like the music turn here. It's all definitely kind of going with the, like, almost the American theme. It sounds like it's a big old Broadway musical at this point. Oh, spiffy. So we should get that coffee in 3 turns, so just keeping that builder there is fine. Okay, let's go next turn! We'll move up into the 13th century. We got... Apparently, Boston is trying to be converted over to Catholicism, whatever. The barbarians are being dealt with in Amsterdam. Where is that scout? Scout's going this way. Just to verify, yes, that is coastline. I thought so, but you know. Until you clear the fog of war, you do not know. You do not know. Okay. In fact, we'll just do a quick turn here, because it looks like everything's getting done building. People are moving. Baltimore should be done with its granary this coming turn. Hong Kong is just sort of milling about. It was all ready for the Great War, but it didn't do anything. Okay. St. Petersburg's garrison has been refilled both in the camp and the hometown, so we can actually definitely leave these guys off. Let's see. And we'll have to go this way. In fact, we'll go for that. Oh, that's just recommending a mine. Sorry, but there was some sort of symbol I didn't recognize. I believe all of our guys are healed now. Uh-oh, barbarians approaching. All of the scout. So, yes, these guys are the only ones that need to fully heal. Everybody else is good, so that puts us at our max of 209. Which is perfectly fine. We've got some more being built. We should get another scout knights. Our base 45, I believe. So we're building like one knight. Here, we'll build another knight here. That's gonna take forever building that knight. Okay, let's actually just improve Baltimore. Tell you what, let's do the water meal. That should improve Baltimore. Doesn't look like we have any cities that are growing in the near future. Except for New Orleans. Okay. Well, don't you know, we're doing pretty fine here. We're gonna have this swordsman actually go out and scout while we're waiting for our scout to exist. You know what? We'll have these horsemen go and get some XP. Take out these guys. Let the knights go roaming. Really, we just don't. We're not at a loss of what to do next, but it's just more kind of waiting and seeing what's going on. Wait and see, wait and see. I guess that's what the title of this episode is going to be: is wait and see. What's the production? St. Petersburg is done with its walls. We can let's build medieval walls. Get them nice and ready. In fact, I think they'll be one of the few cities. No, actually, most of these guys have medieval walls. Okay, so Boston is becoming Catholic, which I suppose is kind of actually appropriate. So we're gonna get. Speaking of religion, though, we should be getting a Reformed church in our
city. The three great elements of modern civilization: gunpowder, printing, and the Protestant religion.
Okay, so this can give us theocracy, and wars of religion, religious orders, and simultaneum, which doubles faith yield. Let's see what theocracy gets us. Theocracy gets a wild card, a diplomacy, and we basically trade one of those. Oh, interesting. We trade one of the the military for an economic. And you get 15% discount on faith purchases, and you can build combat units with faith, i.e. plus all units plus 5 religious strength in theological combat, which, yeah, sure. I think we're going to keep monarchy for right now. Yeah. Might be something to think about with the theocracy. In fact, let's look at our policies. Yeah. Oh, the trade confederation's good for the trade routes. Now, we'll keep that for right now. We will pick a new civic, though. We can do medieval fairs. Come on. Because we need to get this going in order to get to Renaissance era. So let's actually do naval tradition. We'll make the AI happy. And then do medieval fairs, and that should open up the Renaissance, too. Actually, I think we're already in the Renaissance. I'm sorry. Wow. He's already up to industrial era. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Congo might be the one we have an issue with in the future. They are severely built up. They're 506. I mean, we're leading in score, but he's our major rival. He's already in the industrial era, which gives him a tech advantage that way, clearly. Hey, take those guys out. In fact, we will uncouple from there and send them to go help. we'll just have our guys clear out barbarians for right now. Okay. I don't think we've got anything to do here. Oh, great. Actually, we can finally get that coffee going for that builder, which is what he's been existing for the whole time. I believe we can swap a few things out for Baltimore. Yeah, we'll upgrade. There we are. We'll get that gold going by swapping from this forest to the coffee plantation. Okay. Now, where did I see? New Orleans has 1 away from growing to a city of 7. We certainly got the advantage on population with everybody. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, we're gonna have to put a pin in here. Looks like it was a bit of an extra long episode. I know it wasn't really doing much. Half an hour of wait and see, right? All right, so we're gonna continue on from this. We're gonna expand into the 14th century here, probably next episode. See where the heck the other 2 civilizations are. There's still 2 to see, and we'll find out from there. So, until then, I hope you have an excellent rest of your day. Enjoy the winter wonderland out there. It's picked up snowing here. Wow. And with that, class dismissed.